Hello, this is Jimmy Mitchell, and we are back with another episode of the Libertarian Uncensored podcast. Let's get right into it. It may be time to bring out the make the mask against COVID, some experts say. From CNN, and I posted that, and I said, I can't wait to see the users of this subreddit supporting mask mandates as a libertarian deal if the government media consortium looks to continue on this route. I'm crazy. I'm fully vaccinated for COVID, and they still justify forcing me to wear a mask if that was the narrative. Then we have, increasingly, America is a place where obeying public safety authorities will get you killed, from Aaron McIntyre on Twitter. I posted that. And he was talking about how the people who disobeyed the barricade in Lahaina, Hawaii were the ones who survived. And I said, stuff like this is why people need to disobey unjust authority. Then we have German kindergartens promote sexual exploration rooms where children are encouraged to masturbate and touch each other, from Remix News, and I posted that. And I said, I said, remember, it's not abuse unless the outgroup does it or the narrative said so. Could you imagine the narrative if this was a church? Then we have PSA, GOP debate tonight. Please, please, please do not play drinking games where you drink wherever they say the word woke, hunter, or witch hunt. Alcohol poisoning is real. That's by Donald Key, and I don't think I commented on that one, but I do think, you shouldn't be playing drinking games, because people love to say a lot of the same things a lot of the time, so I do think that's enough. But if you want to play drinking games, you should be able to, because I'm libertarian. You should be able to do whatever drugs or alcohol you want. It's your body, your choice, I say. I personally wouldn't drink or do drugs if I was pregnant, but if you want to, I would say your choice. A weaponized judiciary is extraordinarily dangerous and must be fought back against hard, regardless of your political tribe, from Clint Russell on Twitter, and I posted that. Agreed. I replied, agreed. I've never supported Trump, but I know that if they get him, then they might go after his supporters, and if they get them, then they might go after anyone who dissents from the official narrative at all. I think Trump is an elite and not on my side, but this might be me later. And I said the best thing that could happen is all the elites send each other to prison, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Then we have, is Biden a dementia-riddled puppet of the New World Order or a criminal juggernaut mastermind, from Being Libertarian on Twitter, and I posted that, and I said, I would say more so the former, but if they're all puppets of the NWO/WEF, not just Biden. Then we have GOP debate discussion from Donald Key, and that looks interesting. I don't really comment on that, but yeah, I definitely think Vivek Ramaswamy probably won that debate if you asked me, but I think, I don't know, I think Wikipedia said DeSantis probably won, but I think Ramaswamy pretty clearly won if you ask me. I think, he's going to be the Trump replacement instead of DeSantis if it comes down to Trump leaving the race. But, it could change. We thought DeSantis was the inevitable Trump replacement. Who knows? Maybe someone else will take up the role soon. Then we have Glenn Greenwald thinks independent media is a billionaire-backed social media site that is also an RNC broadcast partner, from Chi-Town 20. That's a crosspost from the Secular Talk subreddit. And, I would agree that, independent media, people love stretch definition. I think, independent media is whatever you really make it out to be. Define favors whatever you want, but don't force other people to accept those definitions. I think Rumble, it's more of an alt-tech platform, so I would agree it's more independent media than something like YouTube or Twitter is. But I would agree that it's not fully independent media. It's got a lot of investors, and it's not completely independent, I would say. Then we have Vivek Ramaswamy's Popular Incoherence from Reason, and I posted that, and I said, good article as to why he is surging. GOP voters seem to be tired of normie career politicians, and Trump was just the first person to really take advantage of that. Hopefully the Dems get in and on that as well, but I do feel like, think like with Trump, they'll end up being generic uniparty status when they get into office. Then we have debate. Should libertarians support school choice? And he linked to the Soho forum debate. It's from Room by Circle Jerk. He linked to the Soho forum debate. I think that was from Reason, or maybe Cato. That's from Reason. And the view poll, he was either yes, more choice competitions good, or no, school choice is code propaganda. And I think I voted yes. Let's see what the vote total is currently. Yes has 26 votes. No has 15 votes. But I guess that's good. I definitely think more choice competition is good. I would agree there. Then we have lockdowns and face masks unequivocally cut spread of COVID, reports finds from TheGuardian.com by Chi-Town20. And I said, I replied to another comment. Mega Phallic said, more woke propaganda. And I replied, it's almost like every subreddit has become our politics at this point. It's like it's the same DNC progressive talking points on every subreddit. It's just you can't tell the difference between them. Then we have authoritarian Republicans pushed almost 400 fascist-styled education intimidation bills in the past 2 years. Lawmakers in all but 4 states introduced bills that indirectly censor what's taught in schools, according to a new report from PEN America from NearStuff.com, membered by Chi-Town20. And I like what category says here. If you don't want Trump in charge of healthcare, you shouldn't support universal healthcare. If you don't want Trump in charge of education, you want to break the culture of government schools. I agree with that. I don't think we should have, everyone wants to use the system just for their progressive or to enforce their progressive or traditional standards. I personally don't think we should have any standards. Let everyone have their own standards as long as they're not violating that. That's my fault. Then we have, oh, the irony. I was banned from 2 libertarian subreddits because I said authoritarians aren't cool. I guess I am too libertarian. So he's banned from Libertarian and Libertarian Meme. And I said, this was to script my job, and I said, I replied to another comment. I said, what did I say? This summer is run by Republicans. Willpower69 said, this summer is run by Republicans, Libertarians. And I replied, agreed, this summer is mostly Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, so I guess it balances out. Then we have Dave Smith on the Trump indictments from Powerful JRE, and I posted that, and I said, Shitron 330 said, the fact that Dave Smith's violence against terrorists, either at home or abroad, is worse than violence against the U.S. government, shows that he's not a serious person. Question is, why is he sucking Trump's cock so hard? And I said, how dare people think differently than me? I'm all right. Yeah, that's pretty much the Reddit mantra right there. Then we have Badge of Honor by Bangy. It's why I call my perma from Arsenal Libertarian a few months back. They actually had me banned from Reddit for a week. I appealed it to submods, never communicated with me, it was reversed. And he typed from bold Bleeding Heart Libertarian. And I would agree, the thing is, people will want echo chambers, and they will go out of their way to get echo chambers as soon as possible, and they'll find any dissent you have, and they'll use that as an excuse to ban you and censor you. An oldie but a goodie, that's from Script My Job, and it's a Gads and Snake, but it's drawn like in MS Paint and not the best side. It says no step on Snake. I think that's good. I don't think you should step on Snake. I think unless people want to be stepped on, I think people should be allowed to be stepped on. But I don't think you should step on people or snakes without their consent or anything really. Number 1 GOP frontrunner, Crazy Times. Let's look at this by Muad Dib, and let's look at this photograph from the Lincoln Project on YouTube, and I said, my thoughts haven't changed, and I linked to my tweet of Trump's mugshot will be horrible. All his supporters endlessly irking about how persecuted he is, and all his detractors circling irking how they finally got him. I'm just sitting here like, can we please move on to someone else already? And we have, if only you hadn't surrendered when it mattered most, from Spike Cohen on Twitter, and that was him replying to Donald Trump, who said, I'm not surrendering. It's Trump's tweet in like 2 years. And Spike Cohen just has a picture of him with Fauci and him letting Fauci take all the power. And I said, if there's one thing I feel bad for Trump for, it's COVID. The media would not let him win, even if he just handed control over to Fauci. If HRC did the same stuff, I bet they would all be justifying it. but it was Trump, so he's already the worst thing ever, even before COVID hit. So they wouldn't have let him win regardless of what he did. Then we have Brazil High Court rules homophobia punishable by prison from Barron's, and I posted that, and I said, just goes to show that the state can make whatever it wants to be a crime. I don't think people should be homophobic, but it is 100% free speech. Then we have GOP talks of military action in Mexico sparks dire warning from thehill.com by Kage blah blah blah. Yeah, I definitely would agree. I don't think the Mexican military action will be the best for the U.S. in the long term, but I definitely think we should keep to ourselves most and not do all this foreign intervention stuff. I would agree there. We have ex-cop gunning for wife kills free, wound 6 at Orange County Bar. How on brand is this from ghostarchive.com? That's an archive link to of the LA Times. I definitely would agree. A lot of cops are just the same as all you and me. They have all their emotions and passions and are willing to justify violence as well. That's why I don't think we should have any specific group designed to enforce the law. I think everyone should enforce the law to whatever extent they see fit. Then we have another study finds that left-wing economic views associated with weaker cognitive abilities, and that's linked to the study from PubMed. Check up. Quick, close your eyes and forget what you saw. Results study from my circle work on. It's never a right post. That's never. I mean, they're all right posts, but that's never a post about kind of agenda posts. Everyone will say, "Oh, the studies were all my biases, none of your biases." So. That's why I don't really believe in the study too much. I think, we'll just believe whatever you want. Just don't force your reason on other people without their consent. We have 2 posts about de-dollarization from noopinion.blog and by Ninja Lover. They say interesting read for those who are always predicting the demise of the dollar. And I definitely would agree that we need the dollar to have its demise. Hopefully the new BRICS economic deals will start to work out and cause the dollar to demise. But, I think the dollar is an inherently government-backed currency. I think we got to get rid of it as soon as possible, if you ask me. Then finally we have Sarah Palin. Says Civil War is going to happen after Trump's arrest from the dailybeast.com by blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't think the majority of Americans are competent enough for civil war. And Kyle replied, I don't think so either, but that's besides the point. Former Republican governor and VP candidates threatening civil war doesn't mean it will happen, but will rile up groups like Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, attack Dems. And I said, hey, the media riles people up all the time, and so does social media. Remember summer 2020, It's okay to, people only have the double standards. It's okay to rile up your base, but not the other base, because, and what's encouraged to justify violence from your base, but not their base. That's just people for you. They'll always give themselves nothing but double standards. And I like the other comment here by E.L. Kim. I'm not risking my life so a bunch of authoritarians can have pissing contests and inflate their own egos. I'd agree, none of them are on your side despite what they want you to think. I think, we just need to just let them sell them out themselves, or just, I'm not fighting for either side here. They're just both toxic people who just want to bully their standards and others, and I'm in the resistance for both of them, I would say. I'm for resist both of them, I would say, not just like during the Trump 3 years, it was all resist authority, but now it's obey authority when it's the Democrats. So I think, we need to resist authority regardless if you agree with it or not, and that's my thoughts on that issue. And I think we're going to wrap up there. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye.